Tarot. How are you guys today? Let me get everything brought up and we will get started. I hope you all are doing okay. One moment, please. While we're rolling in. Hello, hello. Right, so I'm waiting for people to roll in. One moment, please. Hello, Lisa. How are you today? Hello, nope. Today's podcast Thursdays, okay? So don't forget. We're not doing tarot readings today. We're doing podcast Thursday. So today we're going to be talking about fays, fairies, elementals, ETs. Anything that you want to talk about. As long as, it's not human form. That's what we're going to be talking about. Whether they exist or not. All right. Hello, Dwayne. All right. So I'm just going to... Oh, God. Trolls will be trolling. Good thing I got a trigger finger. I am good, Story. How are you, honey? Hello, Asatu. Hello, hello. All right. I'll let you guys roll in. Hello, hello. Lisa Ann, if you don't... since you... I don't know. You know how text, don't show emotions. I don't know when you said great. If you're like, great. Or if you're like, great. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell with you, Lisa. All right. Hello, Ronaldo. Hello, hello. No, doesn't help me at all. Are you happy to be here? Or no. Speaking of, where have you been? No, you haven't been here for a little bit. Have you been busy? It's all good. Okay. Hello, should be here. She's usually not late. So, my family found you. Is that a bad thing? Is that a bad thing? My family found me. Oh, another little troll. Fuck off. Bye-bye. Come on, lady, don't ignore me. I said hello to you, fucker. I'm not ignoring you. I said hello, Ronaldo. What the fuck more do you want? No, we're not taking questions today. If you want to ask a tarot question, that is tomorrow. Hit me up tomorrow, Friday at 2. We're going to be doing free question. It's free for all Friday. So if you have a question, it's tomorrow. Today, I'm not doing any tarot card readings. That's why it's called Podcast Thursday. If you read the title when you came in, get it? Got it? Good. Really, bro? Dude! It's the cap. I'm the Riz. Oh, Ronaldo, get the fuck off my channel. Pull your shit together. Pull your shit together or skedaddle. How about that? Alright. Bye. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Fuckers. Ah. Lisa Ann, how come you're not kicking these people? Ty Edits, can I be a mod? You gotta be on the channel for a little bit before you can be a mod. Sorry. Yep, sorry. Gotta be on the channel for a little bit. Alright. Well, it looks like we have enough people here. We got 29 people, even though nobody's talking. Except for 7 of you with the thumbs up. If there's 29 people in here, please give the podcast a thumbs up, alright? Because you're not going to get this anywhere else, alright? There's no other tarot reader that reads your cards for free, and there's no other tarot reader that is doing podcasts to talk about whatever you want to talk about. So, alright? I am from my mom and my dad. Once upon a time, my mom and my dad, they got together, they got married, and they had me, and that's where I'm from. What do you think? All right, let's go over the Zodiac forecast for the week before we get started on the podcast. I always like to touch base every Thursday about your Zodiac sign and what is happening for you in the week ahead, okay? So let's get into the forecast for your Zodiacs. All right. Ty edits. Name a car for an edit. I don't know what the fuck. Why? What is your deal, Ty? What is your deal? So, what's your deal? All right. Lisa, where's Lisa Ann? Where's Lisa Ann? Hello, Chandru. How are you? I'm gonna be kicking everybody out. Oh, thank God, Rick, you're here. I don't know what happened to Lisa Ann, and she's not kicking anybody out either. She's just letting people troll. So, Lisa Ann's not gonna be a mod either. So, see? There you go. So, you're gonna be busy tonight, Rick. You're gonna be busy. Just saying. I've had to kick like 12 of them so far. Lisa Ann's got to go. Sorry, I'm not doing that. All right. Okay, let's go over your Zodiac for the week, all right? All right, so there is a new moon in Aquarius, okay? This is about a time for fresh starts and innovative thinking. This is about a focus on your personal renewal and potential breakthroughs in your relationships and career. Expect a period of reflection and introspection as the week progresses, with an emphasis on getting clear intentions for the future. So it's going to be about future thinking this week, all right? All right, so a new moon in Aquarius is on Wednesday. This is a powerful time to manifest your desires and set new goals, particularly related to personal freedom, independence, and humanitarian pursuits. All right, Uranus is retrograding. Its retrograde is ending, okay? This may bring unexpected changes or shifts in your life, potentially leading to a new potentially leading to the need to adapt or reevaluate your priorities. Now, remember yesterday when I was doing your guys' What the Fuck Wednesday readings, a lot of you got prioritizing. A lot of you guys got that, the 10 of Wands. This is about prioritizing. All right, and then the moon is in Capricorn. Focus on structure, discipline, and practical matters with an emphasis on laying a solid foundation for your plans. All right. All right, so for each sign, we're starting with Aries. All right, Aries says be open to new perspectives and collaborations while also asserting your leadership qualities. And Aries is very good about leadership. Taurus, embrace change and be flexible with your routines, allowing for personal growth. Gemini, deepen your connections with loved ones, communicating openly and honestly. Cancer, prioritize self care and nurture your inner world. Also, set boundaries. So, it's about setting boundaries this week. Let me get a drink. Leo, express your creativity and shine your light, but be mindful of not being overly dominant. Leos can be very dominant. Virgo, focus on details and organization while also allowing room for spontaneity. Libra, seek balance in your relationships, promoting harmony and understanding. Scorpio, explore your deeper emotions and desires while also embracing transformation. Sagittarius, seek knowledge and broaden your horizons, embracing new experiences. Capricorn, reflect on your goals and aspirations, taking concrete steps towards achievement. Aquarius, this is your time to shine. Actively pursue your passions and visions. Okay, Pisces, last but not least, I'm so sorry. Connect with your intuition and inner wisdom, allowing for creativity to flow. And that is your astrology for the week ahead, all right? All right. All right. So, today we are going to be talking about ETs, fays, fairies, mermaids, elementals, skinwalkers, dragons, just anything that may seem unreal or mythical. There's some kind of proof of all of these things that people have video of. So I was looking at fays and fairies, and they're basically the same thing. All right. I think I think fae was just like the female fairy. So that's basically the same thing. Now, excuse me. I would say though that there's some video, on YouTube that does show that they do exist. There's video. I mean, you just have to have an open mind. But if you're one of those people that just don't believe in anything, then it doesn't matter, what people have proof of. If you're not going to believe it, then you're not going to believe it. So do they exist? I'm going to say that I probably think that fays and fairies could exist. With the proof, I've never really had proof. I've never seen a fae or a fairy. Some people also believe in leprechauns, and some people believe like leprechauns are the ones that move stuff around their house. And I would say that's probably more like poltergeist activity than a leprechaun. But one moment, allergies. But anyway, I mean, I don't know about like little green men, but I would imagine that there's something. When I went to go see Angel Reader, supposedly this man could talk to angels. He said that I had a spirit helping me that was a leprechaun, and that his name was Shorty. I mean, to sit there face to face with somebody at a metaphysical gathering where there's all kinds of people around, but to actually sit down and tell somebody that they have a leprechaun as a helper, I mean, you would probably, anybody else would probably get laughed right out of the shop. But he said that I had 17 guides, and one of them was a leprechaun, and his name was Shorty. So if leprechauns exist, maybe they are something from another world and they portal in to help you. I don't know. And that's probably the same with fays and fairies, or they have like fairy rings. They do say that there's such a thing as a fairy ring. Um and they do have like proof in their yard of a fairy ring. And I don't know, like why would you call it a fairy ring if you didn't, like, where did fairy ring actually come from if somebody really wasn't believing in fairies? Is my thing. Like, why would you name something fairy ring? You could have named it mushroom ring. You could have named it fungus ring. You could have named it anything, but you named it a fairy ring. So there must be some kind of truth to that, because words are spells, remember? And words mean something. There's always two meanings to every word. Um, so perhaps fairies and fays do exist, and maybe they come in just like everything else, and they come in through a portal from another dimension. I mean, there's parallel dimensions and there's parallel universes, so why can't something like that exist? Why couldn't they? So, you know what I'm saying? Why couldn't it exist? Um, but as I said, there are plenty of TikTok videos and there are plenty of YouTube videos that show little little people with little wings flying around, and they think that they caught the fairy. Now, whether that's because I've seen bugs, that could probably, like, their little legs come down, and then maybe their body looks like a dress, and they got little wings, and that makes them look like a fairy. But I don't know. I would say I probably could believe in fairies and fays. So, ETs and aliens, definitely, and we are getting proof about that all the time. Um, like I said, the government's telling you now that they exist. There has been people since 2020 that literally say if you could see the sky for what it really was, you would see all the spaceships cloaking in the sky. And that's the reason why they cloak themselves, is because if you knew of all the spaceships in the sky, that you'd be very scared and people would be freaking out. So they cloak. And then you got a lot of people that, have UFO sightings, of course. And there's a guy too. He talks about the triangle clouds, and they form like a perfect triangle. And he's got lots of people who, send pictures and videos about the triangles in the clouds. And he thinks that those are spaceships. So that the clouds somehow, like, they're cloaked, but the clouds, form around them, even though you can't see them. If you were just to look in a plain sky without clouds, you couldn't see them because they reflect. But a cloud would be like smoke, I would guess, and just cover it and show the the outline of it, at least. But so as far as aliens and ETs and stuff, yes, I could honestly say I believe that. There's just so much proof that they exist. It would be hard now to debunk that. And like I said, the government's now saying that it's a true thing anyway, and that aliens and ETs have always been, hello Piper, that aliens and ETs have always been among us since the 30s. So, and that they got treaties with them and stuff like that. Now, do I believe that there's good aliens and bad aliens? Yes. I believe that they're probably, I would say that the good aliens probably are trying to help human race survive, and the bad aliens probably do come down and harvest us somehow, or our energy. But then again, there's that big debate whether uh, aliens are really fallen angels, because back, like, in the Egypt and Roman, no, before Roman even, Egypt, the hieroglyphs, right? All of the hieroglyphs show that there was a spaceship, in their little drawings, and that there wasn't people that come down to show them things. But I mean, who's to say that wasn't the fallen angels? And they just had to come as a form other than an angel, because maybe the people would be very, very scared if they looked upon a fallen angel, or demons, or whatever. So, is it bad with the trolls? I figured it would be. So anyway, I could see both sides of that story where aliens could, and another side of the story too is aliens are us in the future, that we revolve into alien species because of AI and the nano shit that they're trying to put in our body, that we actually, in the future, we actually turn into the aliens, and that those aliens are the ones that are us, and we come back to try to help us. So I can see that too. I could see that. That the aliens really just are our future selves. Because remember that energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So, maybe we do turn into aliens, and maybe we do go into parallel universes, and we have some sort of reincarnation memory to where we go back and try to help us today. You know, I could probably, right, time travelers. Yep, I could probably see that. So, but like I said, I could probably see the fallen angels, because they did say the fallen angels did come to Earth and help the humans with things. And I would imagine technology could be one of those things. Um, Now, dragons, I was looking at that today because I really wanted to. Well, I think we all want to believe that there's dragons, right? Wouldn't that be cool? And China has a lot of videos on YouTube where they're finding um, dragon remains, or what looks like dragon remains, even though they're calling them dinosaurs. They don't look like a dinosaur. They literally look like a dragon. They're fossils. They're finding their fossils in China dirt. So there's all kinds of videos about that, but like I said, they're not calling them dragons. They're showing the actual fossil and the skeleton, being fossilized in the rock and stuff. Well, it looks like a dragon to me. You can't deny that. That does not look like a dinosaur, even though they're saying it's a dinosaur. So, Tamalina, we'll get to that in a minute. Hang on, okay? So, hey, Riki. So anyway, you can't deny fossils, and you can't deny finding skeletal outlines. You can't deny that, you can't say, oh, that's not a dragon, that's a school bus. You can't deny that. So, yes, he's got to go. All right. Anyway, so you can't deny that that's a dragon. It's it through and through, from the nose of that thing to the tail of that thing. It looks like a dragon. So I'm probably going to say that once upon a time, a dragon exists, and it's just like unicorns. They said that unicorns in the Bible was actually the rhinoceros, but rhinoceroses aren't majestic and sleek and fast. So how could they think the one-horned animal that they were uh, talking about in the Bible, they say that was the rhinoceros. So if a unicorn really is real, though, I would probably also believe that unicorns are mean. I'm just going to say. Um, so same with skinwalkers and there's lots and lots and lots of proof that skinwalkers exist. People's got videos about them on YouTube. Over, just an over amount of skinwalkers. There's proof. Um, Vampires, you know that I believe that vampires are true. And werewolves are true too. I was trying to look that up today. There is people on YouTube with accounts of seeing a dog-like beast that was huge and the top half, or their head like a wolf and hairy like a dog and claws for fingers, but they walked on, 2 feet, but the feet were like, 15 inches long with claws. There's accounts of that on YouTube. There's accounts of people who are talking to, people that are acting as not reporters, but like me and you, like we're podcasting. There are other people that have a podcast that are talking to other people that have experienced dogmen. They call them dogman. I'm going to say that is probably a werewolf, and I would probably say that that's probably true. But a lot of the people that say they see the dogmen also think that they come in from another portal because of their strength, and they got red eyes, and just the way that they're built. They're muscular. They're not like, they walk like a man, but just their body type, like their arms are like super long, and their hands drag on the ground. So, they think that that's probably, some dimension hopping creature that possibly just resembles a werewolf. So I'm going to say that's werewolves. To me, what I would call a werewolf, what they would call a dogman, I would say that's probably true. There's accounts of that. What was I going to say about that? I don't remember, so anyway. Mermaids. There are lots of videos now about mermaids being in the water. Did you guys see that one video? There's a video that these people were actually at a amusement park, and the amusement park actually used the water from the river to channel the water through the amusement park, where these people could just ride the boat, and that one of the people that was on the back of the boat was filming behind them and saw like a mermaid in the water. Did you guys see that video? So, I probably could, but they say if mermaids were really true, that they would be ugly, but just because of the water, the water would fuck up their suit, their meat suit, and that they would probably be really ugly and not beautiful. So, I think sirens, if there was such a thing as a siren, I do believe that's probably demonic. Just because, and there's accounts of all kinds of sailors saying that they got called by a siren, but that when they come upon the siren, she was beautiful. I'm going to say that's probably like a incubus, succubus type thing, and that's probably like a demon just alluring the man to come see them and have their way with them, is what I would probably say there. So, but but there's accounts. Everything that we're talking about, there's accounts. There's people's accounts of actually seeing them, running from them, dealing with them, being abducted by them. You know what I mean? But so I'm going to say that all of that is probably, I'm going to say they are seeing some. They are seeing something. So I'm going to say that that's probably correct. That they are seeing something, and it's probably, whether, they want to say that's a fae or a fairy or something like that. Let me see if I can turn this around. Hang on, guys. There we go. I had to, oh, I see. You're gonna be, okay. So the camera's on the bottom. Well, alright, hang on here. We're gonna have to turn you back around, because I can't have the camera on the bottom. I had to plug up my phone so that we don't have that little mishap like we did last night. So, alright, hang on just one moment. I'm gonna prop up the phone here. Prop up the jam. Oh, you're gonna be difficult. Oh, hello. I didn't mean to flip the camera around. What can I use? Because that's not gonna work. Hang on. Let me see here. Anyway, am I missing some questions? Y'all probably have like a ton of questions. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, yeah, that'll work. You guys probably have a ton of questions here. No. Tuesday or Thursdays is a day for trolls, of course. Of course it is. Of course. So. The trolls are out there. Alright. Anyway, was there anything you guys wanted to talk about? Was there anything, pressing? Let me do something here. Was there something that you wanted to talk about, or do you have something to say? Do you have any accounts of dealing with fays, fairies, mermaids, aliens, and anything of the sort? Yeah, alright. I like that. Just a hangout sesh? No, we're actually talking about stuff. We're actually talking about fays, mermaids, ETs, stuff like that. If you have any encounter, you're welcome to talk about it in chat. What are those beings that can go from looking humans to balls of light? Well, I'm going to say that those are probably somewhat of a shapeshifter, is what I would say, Esther. Have you ever seen anything, Wendy? I have not. I have not ever actually, with my own eyes, seen anything. Wait, I'll take that back. I remember when my father-in-law was alive, and but he was sick, and we knew that he was dying because he had COPD, and he just had a lot of problem with his lungs. And our big thing a long time ago, when my kids were actually home, before the grandbabies, before any marriages, when everybody was actually at home, I remember we had a tree swing, and whenever we ever needed a break or just wanted to go chill, a lot of us would put on music and go out to the tree swing and just listen to music and swing. Just swing and listen to music. Kind of just lose ourselves, let our thoughts just go. So I guess it would be swinging meditation. Me and Haley and Chelsea were very big, like 3 o'clock in the morning. You could hear one of the girls out there swinging and singing and just, because they couldn't sleep and they just didn't want to, lay in bed. I didn't mind that. And a lot of times I did that too. But, so my father-in-law, he was like on his last leg and he was dying. And it was, I think it was like November, December, because I remember that he had a wood stove and that was how he heated his house. And so, the wood stove was, I could see the smoke coming out of the chimney. And, I remember that there was like this mist, but it was tall. I'm talking like 2 stories tall. Like it's a single story house, just a little small house. And I remember this mist forming behind the house. And like I said, it was like 2 stories tall. And it was a big mist, but I stopped swinging because I was like, I thought for a minute maybe his house was on fire. Like, that's how much smoke was actually just forming up behind his house. And I stopped and I was like staring because I thought, because I knew he did the wood stove. And I was like, is his house on fire? Like, where's all that smoke coming from? And I just was staring and watching and staring and watching. And then I got off the swing and I ran in there and he was sleeping and I checked all around really quietly. The wood stove, I mean, he had wood in the wood stove and it was warm in there, but there was no fire. And I was like, what the fuck? So I left and I went back to the swing and I sat down and I just stared like, but that smoke just formed. And in my mind, though, and I'm not shitting you, in my mind, I thought that's an angel coming to get dad, like dad's soul. Like that is got to be like how big angels really are. And like I think somebody was coming to get dad, you know. Now he didn't end up dying that night, and he didn't end up dying anytime soon after I saw that. He did end up dying though. So I don't know, like, if maybe because I mean, we live off on a mountainside, so it wouldn't be impossible for mist to come and settle, you know. But for me to just look around everywhere and it not be misty except for behind dad's house, and his bedroom is to the back of the house where that mist was forming. And maybe, like, how would I explain that? If so, say if that was an angel that come and got dad's soul and took it before we actually, found him dead. Because he did die in the room. He actually died in that room in the bed. Because he was on a CPAP machine, and he had that thing cranked up as far as it could go. But I think the night that he died, he suffocated basically. Like, he couldn't, and he had his phone out. I think he was trying to call David, but he had already passed before he could dial any numbers. But so, and I found him, and then I had to come and wake David and tell him, hey, your dad's, passed on. And then David come and looked at him in the bed. But with that being said, that mist was probably like 2 months, and then dad passed away. So I'm wondering if that wasn't an angel, coming to get dad's soul, but like they took him, but yet they let him live out time. You know what I'm saying? Like, or maybe they come to visit him in his sleep, and he's like, just give me a little bit more time. And they're like, okay, I won't take you tonight, but, it's going to be soon, Mr. Webb. And he's like, yeah, just give me just a little bit more time. I don't know what transpired with that, or even if that's what that was. But I'm saying that was pretty weird that all happened. And there was no fog or mist anywhere except behind the house, what I was seeing. And then I just watched and I watched and I watched it. And I went ahead just swinging and listening to my music and singing, but I kept my eye on it. And eventually it just dissipated. It was just, and it was gone. And then I could see all the forest and the trees again. And I was like, so if I was going to say if I ever saw something besides shadow people, I would say I saw that. So David is the son. Yes, my husband David is the son of the man that passed. Yeah, that was my father-in-law. His name was Steve. So I don't know. I kind of want to tend to believe, because when I was looking at the mist, instead of just instead of just going, that's just mist. I don't, whatever. Like in my head, I got, that's an angel coming to get dad. I almost expected when I went to go check out the house that he was gone, but he was still sleeping and everything was still kosher. And like I said, the mist stayed there. Oh, I'm going to say probably like 20 minutes to a half hour. The mist stayed there. And it was, you could see it, like I said, 2 stories. It was huge. And it just stayed there and it was really thick. And then, I just kept watching it. And then all of a sudden it just dissipated into nothing. And you didn't see nothing anymore. It's not even like the mist moved, It's not even like you could follow it just going up the mountain and go, yeah, that was mist. It was just like gone. So that's what. So I think. Why do we? Yeah, I know. I've had a lot of people say, here, it's called a messy bun, guys. Shut the fuck up. Jesus. You don't know what a messy bun is? Lisa saying, I saw a pink sparkling cloud and smelled roses after my aunt died. Right. Yes. I get phantom smells all the time. That actually is, guys, that actually is a clairvoyant thing. It's called clair olfactor or something like that. It actually is. It actually is a psychic thing that you can do. So, all right. So, yeah, the trolls, huh? Oh, my roots are white. That's white hair, my dear. That is white. See? That is gray coming in. Well, that's not even gray. That's white. I think that's my wisdom showing. Actually, it should all be white, but I dyed it for a podcast. Tamalina says, I heard a cry outside our house before my parental grandmother passed away. I don't know, though, if that would be about your parental grandma. Usually when you hear crying, that's like a mimic or they have a name for ghosts that cry. They have a name for that. Let's look that up because I'm pretty sure. What do you call poltergeists that cry? It's got a name.
Here are some results.
I know it's got a name. Crying spirit. Yeah, it's called the crying spirit. It was about 2 days before she passed away. Yeah. It was a banshee. Could have been. I think banshees are real. I think banshee's just another name for poltergeist or jinn. So, was there any questions that I missed? I'm looking now. If there was a question I missed, just say me and I'll click on your name and get it. Esther, I was once crying and I heard someone cry with me very loud, out of the ordinary. That is kind of weird and kind of spooky. All right, Tamalina, let me get your questions, honey. One moment. I'll get them on the computer over here. Can you explain psychic attack and how to protect yourself from them? Is that the one? Let me make sure that's the only one I've got. Yeah, okay. So psychic attacks are real. Yep. How can you protect yourself from them is, well, you can put stones around your head. Tiger's eye, crystals. The crystals that would protect you from negative energy, you need to sleep with them. Put them under your pillow. You need to, like I said before, You need to get window prisms and hang them in your windows, because prisms throughout the day cleanse the space continuously, where the things can't come in at night and come get you. So, does that make sense? Hey, loner bear, what's up? So, what are they? Are they just being dumb? Oh my god. So, Sigma. What about Sigma? Esther says, yes, I thought maybe it was an angel, but angels don't cry. No. Weeping. I think they're called weeping ghosts, actually. Now that I think about it. So. Yeah, they're called weeping spirits. Maybe. Mm-hmm. Dan, are you talking about that thing that they have on the stick and that smoke? They put that incense in that holder? And it... Are you talking about that, or are you just talking about smoke being anyway? So... Alright. Like a weeping myrtle? Yeah, kind of like weeping myrtle from Harry Potter. Yes. Why you, though? Because you somehow had psychically let your guard down. You did something. Hi, Lance. You did something where you got psychically attacked. You either got a attachment from someplace that you went, or... I mean, there could have been so many things going on, Tamalina. You could have had a land ghost. You could have had anything like that. So, what's a weeping spirit? Is, well, just, I mean, Carlos, hello. Put the two words together. Weeping spirit. Like, you can't form two words and come up with an idea? You know? Like red crayon? Like blue car? Weeping spirit? Dan, usually there's a camera shot of the stovepipe flue from the major network camera that focused on the roof of where the stovepipe is. Ah. Lisa, after my husband died, I seen him with two males with fedoras. Their heads were down, so I couldn't see their face. I don't know what those were. I don't know what those were either. I always hear them before someone passes away. Well, I mean, that could just be your omen. That could be an omen tailored just for you. That could be an omen that lets you know that when you hear that, somebody is passing. You know, it's like that omen that says if a bird flies into your window, somebody's dying. That could be your omen. That could just be something that you had wanted to have when you come back to this. Your best Betty, what's up? So, maybe that's something that, like I said, that's your omen. Everybody has omens. Do you think fairies and mermaids hide and don't want to be seen on purpose because they're scared of us. I don't know so much as scared. I think they hide because they don't want to be lab rats. I mean, think about it. If you were a fae or a fairy or a mermaid and you got caught, you wouldn't have, you know what I'm saying? It's not that they're going to turn you loose. Oh, here's a mermaid. Let's put her in SeaWorld. And, they would actually have you in a lab. They'd be testing you, poking you, prodding you, drawing your blood or whatever you had running through your veins, and then try to mimic your species so that they can have species that they can control. So I don't know if they're scared of us. I just think that they know that there's no freedom in being caught or known or seen. So the dog next door howled 3 times before my neighbor died. Yeah, see, that was your omen. There's omens all kinds of places, guys. They're doing that with robots now. Yep. Hello, Alonzo. That's why I think aliens very well could be us in the future. We're just evolved enough to be alien and not in this human. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Don't ever negate your human existence. There are so many species outside of our realm that is really jealous of us because we got 5 senses. We can be psychic. We can taste food. We can smell the air. We see colors. Even though we don't have these psychic powers or we don't fly around in spaceships, if you think about it, aliens and ETs and anything fae, fairy, dragon, mermaid, unicorn, they're pretty limited. You know what I'm saying? We as humans, we have the best of everything. And I do believe that aliens know that. I believe fallen angels know that. Angels know that. Guardian angels know that. I think that's why we're such a commodity and why we're sought after so much is because, I mean, we have everything. We do. Riki says, I believe that what they do at Roswell, yeah, exactly. Yep. I believe they test them too. They have lots of, like I said, they have lots of video about them talking to aliens. Do you think I should keep hearing spirits' omens just to myself? Yes. I don't think that that's something that you need to broadcast, Tamalina. I mean, why would you, though, honestly? Why would you want to broadcast that? Hey, John Wayne. Oh, thank you, John Wayne. She'll be alright. I'll always be alright, John Wayne. I'm the toughest of the tough on YouTube. Do you believe in multiverse? Yes, I do believe in multiverse. I do believe in parallel universes. I do believe in parallel timelines. I believe you can jump timelines. Like I said before, I think you jump timelines when you actually do something different from your day-to-day routine. I think that's how you jump a timeline. I was thinking about sharing it with my sister. Oh, well, I mean, if your sister's into that sort of thing, Tamalina, without thinking that you're crazy, you can say whatever you want to say. Maybe she has her own omens. So, propaganda tool? What is? Do you believe in hell? No. Not hell like in the biblical sense. I don't believe that there's gnashing of teeth, and I don't believe that you are in eternal hell. Because I don't believe that our Father's like that. No. So. Tennessee, Kentucky, Bigfoot. Yeah, hey Tennessee, what's up? Do you believe we can speak to other beings or ghosts? Yes, absolutely. If you're going to speak to ETs and aliens, though, it's got to be a mental thought. That's why they don't have a mouth, or they got a little mouth, but that's why they got a big head. It's because they're like an antenna. They don't speak to you like I speak to you. They don't even go e-ah, No, they don't do that. It's all about thought. If you're going to speak to an alien, it's going to be in here. It's going to be in your noggin. And you're going to be like, the fuck was that? But that's how aliens do it. So. Sorry, can't make you a moderator unless you come to the channel all the time. You guys, if you want to be a moderator, you gotta come to all 6 lives. And it's every day. It's from Sunday to Friday. We have a live. You have to be here all the time. Telepathy. Yes, Esther. Yes. Before I came here, my master teacher woke me up and told me I had to hurry back and made a bargain with my kids to come back. What? A bargain with who? Exactly. That's right, damn. Dan says you have to be sneaky and be drafted. I know, Tamalina, and you gotta keep it up. So, what do you mean by making a deal? My kid's too born. Oh, I don't know why you had to make a deal. It was actually up to your kids. Your kids chose you. I don't know why you had to make a deal. That's weird. We choose our parents. If you don't believe me, look at all those reincarnated kids that say, I was in heaven and I chose you. So, absolutely. Got my mods right behind me. Why did I pick the Virgo? Must have been some reason. Gotta been some reason. Hello, Mika. Gotta been some reason. So you believe in reincarnation? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. There's too much evidence that states reincarnation is real. Aurora. You need to go look up reincarnation on YouTube and look at all those little kids. That will tell you that they had a life before. Reincarnation is true. That's right. Physics 101. Energy cannot be destroyed or created. Your energy in your body is your soul. It's got to go somewhere. You choose to come back down to earth, I guess. So, yep. Are dragons and fairies real? Yes, Mika. Yes. We just got done talking about all that. Yep. Tamalina, it's here in our ancient Sanskrit text. Yes, I know. Yep. I think it's in the Bible, too. I knew you before you were something something. I can't remember what the script was. I believe lingering in spirit world is a trap. Heaven is overrated. Being physical is the real game. Well, I think Tennessee, Kentucky, I think there is a heaven. I do. But I don't think that that's like, you know, cherubs playing the instruments and God is a old man with a beard. I think that there is like a heaven because I think that you go up there and have your life review. Like I said, I don't believe in hell. And there's too many NDEs that say life review is a thing. So you got to go somewhere. Whether you call it heaven, whether you call it another world, whether you call it the Akashic Records Library, I don't know. You can call it whatever you want, but there's too many NDEs that say that they go somewhere, they have a life review, and then they come back down. Me too, Leonardo. Do you want to see how I can prove it? Are you ready? Leandro, you want to see how I can destroy an energy? Are you ready? Are you ready? You're going to love this trick. What's your name? Leandro, do you want to see how energy can be destroyed? I will show you right now. Are you ready? On your marks. Get set. Go. There you go. Bye-bye. Agree, I think there's a chicken heaven, dog heaven, human heaven, fascinating stuff. Yes, it is fascinating. Singer of the band, yes, he has tales of fairies from his time in Scotland. See, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, like, because China has their dragons, Scotland and Ireland have their fairies or their fays. I kind of can see how stuff like that is pertained to an area of land. I can see that. I really can. Nope. What I saw at the entrance was like earth, but the plants were alive and singing. They have a machine. Did you guys know this? They have a machine that's got little roach clips. When we used to, back in the day, the little banana clips that they put them on the leaves, and the little machine that those are connected to plays music. So you are right. They have machines that you can buy them, but they're so expensive. They are so expensive. We're still doing an Amber. we're still talking about mermaids and fairies and everything else. Yep. So I believe that plants can sing. They had a guy too who said this is how they started creating those little machines, is because he created one because he thought that he was going to get frequency waves from the plants in his house, but they ended up emitting notes instead. And he says, like, if you talk bad to a plant, the notes will be jagged and not clear, crystal clear, and kind of like a messy song. And if you chop a plant down, the other plants will weep, and you can hear that through the speakers. They say plants are alive. So they say plants are alive. So Gaia told us fairies were basically brought here to help the Bigfoots. See, there you go. Bigfoots are real. Bigfoots learn all of the stuff from the fairies. They had to. They would have been hunted to extinction. I believe it. Yep. Right. I had a car accident and I had a life review, but I saw a brighter world. Everything was alive, colorful, and singing. Yeah, they say the colors up in heaven are not anything like we see here. If you guys want to see, now listen to me. Let me tell you how to see the colors that heaven has. Are you guys ready? And I'm not kidding. Fall asleep with the sun hitting your face, and you got to wake up with the sun hitting your face. And if you can do that, you will see colors you have not seen, and you will see patterns. I do it all the time. You'll see like a checkerboard pattern, or you'll see flower patterns, or you'll see, it's almost like you're on psychedelics, but you are coming out of a sleep, and you'll see the colors that you do not see here. If you can wake up with the sun in your face. And I know for a fact that the sun is also called Ra, because I remember one time, because we had like a big picture window. I'm talking like a 6x8 picture window. And my bed was pushed right up to it because I always wanted to watch the storms, and the rain, and the sun would be in my face when I woke up because it faced the east. And Every morning when I was just coming out of that sleep, before you actually open your eyes, I could see the patterns and I could see the color. So if you guys want to see that, that is exactly what you need to do. You need to wake up with the sun on your face. But I also could hear, like, it sounded like it was like far away and then it just come on me, but I could hear rah, 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 and then I woke up. So I know that Ra is a sun god. I know it because I heard it when I was coming out of a sleep. Of Hindu deities, I don't know if I was tripping though. You probably weren't. And Amber, actually, we had a bunch of India people that are celebrating their gods. So I would say that's probably right. We got a lot of Yetis over there. Yeah. I mean, I think Yetis are just another word for Bigfoot, honestly. So, I don't need to smoke DMT. Jim Belushi plays Otis Redding to his female pot plants every morning. Do they grow amazingly well? Hindu deities are more powerful than you think. No, I believe all. Look, when I pray, I'm going to tell you right now. When I pray, I say to the heavens, the Father of Most High, gods and goddesses, semi-gods and demigods. I cover all of it. I just don't say our Father who art in heaven. No. I say the Father of Most High. The Father of Most High. The universal God. The Alpha, the Omega. And then I say gods and goddesses, semi-gods and demigods. Like I pray to all of it that way. So turn and repent. Bye-bye. All right. I'm talking about the media. Oh, you just can't. I don't pay attention to the media. I don't have a TV. I don't watch the news. If it comes across my For You page, I'm honest. I'm going to say that it's because God wants me to see it. So there's something that wants me to look at this and look at it hard. Stuff lands in my lap, but it's not bullshit stuff. It's not, because I don't have where I'm watching. Well, now some cook shows I watch, but not religiously. You know what I'm saying? There are some things that I watch, but it's the things that I can learn from. That's the stuff that's going to be playing on my YouTube. I don't do TikTok anymore. But you know how they sometimes share TikTok videos on the YouTubes, the shorts and stuff like that? That's the stuff I pay attention to. If it's actually like in my vision, I'm going to click on it and give it a chance. And if it doesn't make sense, then it's like, okay, then no, this just was here for me to go, no, that's not true. So my favorite stream here, absolutely skateboard. My body goes back to Mother Gaia. My spirit goes to my father. Yep, so glad I know my father and mother, and it's everybody's mother and father. We all share the same mother, and we all share the same father, and that is why we are connected. My friends, something in Daniel just turned 17. Could you please congratulate them? Want to send this clip as a gift. How do you say that first name? Anathema. I could say Daniel, but I don't know that first name. I don't know how to say that first name. You have a very beautiful face and posy. Thank you. Argatha. Geej Dula. All right. Hello, Geej Dula. Hello, Daniel. Congratulations for turning 17 and one more year, and you're going to be an adult. So get ready. If this is the best time of your life, have fun. There you go. What's cooking? Not this rock. Not this rock. M&M's. You're welcome. I am. Thank you. Tennessee, Kentucky, you're sweet. Thank you. So anyway, yeah, so anyway, you know what I need to do though? I need to look up what is an elemental. I mean, I know what an elemental is, but let's put it into perspective. Define elemental. A supernatural entity or force thought to be physically manifested by occult means. I don't think so, though. It says gods and elementals looked out upon the worshippers. I think elementals probably can be just created. I mean, kind of like you would create a poltergeist, but maybe not like poltergeists are created from being angry and depressed. Maybe elementals are created from being happy and, loving. I don't know. But I've never seen an elemental, but I have seen videos of the orbs like out in the woods and stuff like that. Those are probably elementals. I do believe that. So, I do. I believe elementals are real. We're just talking about ETs, fays, fairies, elementals, mermaids, dragons, ETs, werewolves, vampires, anything that's not human that's on the earth, Silver. Elementals are a mixture of emotions. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, Mike, if they were a mixture of emotions, then why don't they stay in the house, or why don't they, you know what I'm saying? Poltergeists will reside in a house. Poltergeists will always be around a human to, just be a pain in the ass. But I don't know if elementals would be made out of emotions, and then what? They go out the door and go live in the woods? I mean, make that make sense. Just saying. So, are you talking about just energy of something, Mike? Like an energy? I don't know. Like how, like you'd have to explain how that would happen. So, how would that happen? How would that happen, though? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Is it energies of trees? Because they say, plants and trees are alive. We just got done saying that. Is it energy of animals? Is it an energy of a rabbit and a deer? Is it energy of animals that die? I mean, like, is Bigfoot real? Yes, Bigfoot's real. Yetis are real. Yes. Yep. So, I mean, where does the energy come from? So, it's the energy of earth, water, and fire. Okay, well. And that's why they call it an elemental, because it comes from the elements. Like water, fire, air, and wood. Well, I mean, wood would be plants and trees, so. Right? Loch Ness Monster? Well, I mean, they haven't seen the Loch Ness Monster for ages, I don't think. But I would say that once upon a time, it was really something in the water. Yeah. I mean, why not? Why couldn't a long neck live in the water? Who said the long neck was just a ground animal? Maybe it evolved. So I'm gonna say yeah. Dan, have you ever seen the Buffalo Stampede of the 2-lane road going out of Yellowstone? No. I would imagine, though, that's almost like the running of the bulls of Mexico. I mean, I would imagine the ground shakes. So, no, you can't roller skate in a buffalo herd. You remember that song? Yeah, I would imagine the ground shakes on stuff like that. Now, I have seen horses run, though. I've seen horses run a lot. I've been all throughout my life, even when I was little, before the pasture land actually became housing development. We lived at the end of the block. It was a dead-end street, and there was just one house between my house and the pasture. And out in that pasture, there was like 15, 20 horses, and I would call for them because I would feed them grass, and they would come. They would be like, it was like a lower land, and then it dipped down, and then it come way up high, and then that's where I would be. And that I would call for them, and you could see them way down in that lower land, and you could see them all run, and they would disappear because I was up here, and then they would come up on that mountain and crest over, and you could, I mean, it was like blah, 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 like a bunch of drums beating. My mom used to get so mad at me because she thought I was going to get trampled, but them horses never did touch me. They would make a horseshoe line around me, and I would just feed them grass. My mom would come to that fence, and she'd be like, "Wendy, you get out of that pasture right now. You're going to get stepped on." Because I was like 5, 6. I never got stepped on, though. They loved me. What about the aliens in Area 51, like the ones in Roswell? Yes, they're all true. And I would imagine some of the, what do you call them, whistleblowers that actually worked Roswell, says that Roswell is a lot bigger than what you would think, and Roswell actually has levels down in the earth, and that there's aliens that work with humans, and there's all kinds of shit going on. It's not just about, a level, one single level where they capture an alien and they terrorize it and interrogate it until it dies. They actually have levels under Area 51. That's why you're not allowed there. So, thank you, Tennessee. Thank you so much. Even though everybody makes fun of my messy bun, my crazy hair. So, but would Bigfoot be herbivore, do you think? No, I think Bigfoot, I don't know. I wouldn't say, I would think Bigfoot would eat like squirrel and stuff like that. I don't know if that's that herbivore, or are you talking about just plants? Mm-hmm. Yep. That is true, Dan. Yeah. And they have to sign a NDA saying they won't talk about nothing that they saw. Anytime anybody's signing an NDA, you know that the government don't want you to know shit. Because, I mean, why? Why would you have to sign an NDA then? If there wasn't some top secret bullshit going on. And then they'll kill you anyway, regardless. Even if you wanted to retire. They have like machines that cause heart attacks. They can just point that at you. It's just like a frequency machine. That's how they off a lot of people. they make them have heart attacks or, whatever. Or they just come and drown them in the bathtub. How many actors and actresses drown in a bathtub? Like, that's their signature move. You can't say it's not. They come on my land and ate fruit from my trees. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that they're not, fruit eaters, but I don't think that they just keep it to just fruit. They got teeth. They got teeth and they got strong hands. I would imagine that they probably eat, like I said, squirrel or fish or whatever they can get their hands on. So. We have passion fruit and persimmon trees. So. We have acorn trees. We have so much. Just God and Gaius gave us all of that. I didn't plant any trees. So I didn't plant anything. God gave us all of that. We got passion fruit vines out there that grow passion fruit. We got persimmon trees. We got mulberry trees. We got all kinds of good stuff. And I love mulberries. I don't like persimmons. You can have the persimmons, but I like mulberries. Mulberry cobbler's delicious. I remember during the Gulf War, the army sent up huge speakers and played metal or punk over the speakers to drive the enemy nuts. I wonder why, though, they thought that would work, Dan. Do these other people, do the enemy not listen to music? Or was it something like Slayer or Megadeth or something? I could see that driving somebody nuts. Like, what were they playing? Because it worked at the Alamo? Yeah, but what were they playing? The Alamo? I mean, think of the music that they had to have been playing at that time. It couldn't have been that bad. You know what I mean? My husband does it. Every time my husband cooks outside and grills or smokes anything outside, he brings the speakers out. And it don't matter if you like country or not. You're going to be listening to it. Because he blasts it for the whole neighborhood. So, the Spanish would play music all night long. Yeah, I don't think I could do the Mexican hat dance. Imagine that. I'm trying to find it. Barbara Streisand. That would drive them crazy. Yeah, this all night long. Are you gonna do it? It's gonna do it, but it's gonna be slow. Yep. Imagine listening to that. Over and over and over again. Oh my god. Troll City. So. Yeah, that'd be pretty scary. I wouldn't like it. What's that one? Yeah. I can see how that would be. I want to say it was a haunting song. Gave everybody the EBGBs. What would that be? I I mean, because back then, like I said, music's not like music today. What would be the EBGB song of whenever that war was? When was that war? Mike Myers. Like a funeral dirge. Would have been like Taps or something, I wonder. You think it was like Taps? Taps is a sad song. I think it's the one that they play at funerals, right? Is it Taps? I told you the dream I used to have over and over again as a child. I don't remember it. 1806. Let me see here. Funeral songs of 1806. I'm going to look this up. Requiem Mass. I don't know. You got Beethoven. You got the Symphony 4. You got Violin Concerto. You got... They said Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Could you imagine putting that on repeat? It would be Baby Shark, though. If you wanted to drive your enemy today nuts, play Baby Shark. Now that would probably drive everybody home. Baby Shark, do 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 do. About the people eating monster. I mean, okay, so what about that, though, Lisa Ann? The kids would love it. Yeah, but the adults wouldn't. I mean, I'm just saying, if we go to war, if there was a war like the Civil War where people were facing off, somebody needs to be Baby Shark in that bitch. So, hello, David. Right? Somebody needs to be Baby Shark in that music. Oh, goodness. It chased the people to the church, and then it ate them in the church. Anything to drive the parents cuckoo? Amen. Yep. Just play Baby Shark. Put Baby Shark on blast. When I had the old neighbors that lived over there, and they were gay, you know what I did? I put Girls by Beastie Boys on blast. Oh my God, it pissed them off. They started marching up and down the street, banging pots and pans. We can be loud too. Because that's all you heard from Beastie Boys. Girls. And my husband and his cousin were actually out in the woods hunting. And they, they could hear all that commotion. And they come home. They were like, what the fuck's going on? Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. People ran out the side door and hid under a pew. So, George Jones. Yeah. Right? My dad hates that song. Oh, my God. My dad used to play banjo and guitar when I was young. His favorite was Johnny Cash, and but he hated George Jones and Merle Haggard. Oh my God. Yep. And he would make fun of that song with a twang. He stopped loving her today. And my mom would be like, JC, shut up. Oh, God. Oh, 2 muff munchers go to the sticker bushes. No, they weren't muff munchers. They were Peter Puffers. They weren't lesbian, they were gay men. That's why they hated that song. Girls. Oh, God. They were actually gay men. My dad hated that song. It's hilarious. Lisa Ann, are you okay? But anyway, so yeah, like I said, I think there's a lot of proof that things do exist. What's this live? We are talking about ETs, fays, fairies, elementals, mermaids, Bigfoots, Yetis, dragons, unicorns, werewolves, vampires, stuff like that. Elementals. So yeah, I would think that there is proof that something exists no matter what. I think, people, the ones that do show that these things exist, probably, you got your people out there that don't believe it, that come after them. Oh, this is fake. You faked it. This is green screen. You can make anything up. Just like they do poltergeist videos, or ghost videos. There was a fishing line that moved that. And yeah, maybe 5% that there is, Maybe there's 5% of people that make shit up just so that they can say they saw something. Sure. But I'm going to say probably 85% of the stuff that people actually do catch is the real deal. So that's what I think. Like I said, those fossils in China that show the dragon, even though they're calling it a dinosaur, it's not a dinosaur. You clearly can see the dragon outline. And if that wasn't a fact anyway, where do people come up with these ideas? Even if it was just a fake idea. Dragons in itself, they're pretty, the people that draw them are pretty detailed about how they draw them. Same with fairies, same with fae, same with unicorns, same with mermaids. Like, these visions that people have are so detailed that if we had even a great imagination, we're not imagining that kind of stuff. We're not. So, hello, Megan. I'm kind of ready for ETs, something new to see walking around the world. Can you imagine? Well, they say we are already among them. That's what they're saying. Riki, they're already saying that they've been among us. We just didn't know it. So, that's what they're saying. Train Drops of Jupiter is about the mom that died and journeyed the spirit world and came back. Will make you cry. I actually love that song. That is where the phrase "heaven is overrated" came from. That's actually a really good song, and I like the band Train. They're really good about their music. I think honestly that there are some bands that are getting song lyrics from another dimension, and that's what makes them so good. So, I think so. Amber says, I was told in the past from different tarot readers that the unicorn was my spirit animal. Do spirit animals stay with us throughout life? Yes, they do. Yep. Dan says, you can never convince anyone of supernatural experiences unless they go through the experience. It is true. It is very, very true. They're going to be like, oh, that's hokey. Yep. And that is true. So, nope. Except for me. Now, I believe it. I don't have to. I'm not the one that says seeing is believing. Mm-mm. The Appalachian Mountains, has a male dragon. Really? The Rocky Mountains is the female. Oh, they laid down to die to protect Gaia. Mm-hmm. When Maldek blew. Yeah, and you see that all the time. Those rock formations that look like people. They look like dragons. They look like gargoyles. Which gargoyles I think are true. I believe in gargoyles too. The guardians. I believe gargoyles. Hello, Soma. I used to do the hokey pokey, but then I got help and turned myself around. Rick. Cosmo, I don't see why you have to be an extreme believer or disbeliever. There are a lot of things that don't make sense. Amen. Amen, Cosmo. Hello, Aurora. Some people get afraid when you tell them about prophecy. Yep, they do because they don't want to. They don't want to. Well, a lot of people don't want to think that you're. If you tell somebody that you have prophecy, people automatically are like, oh, she's better than me. And then that isn't even like the case. You just know something about a prophet, you know, you know something about what's happening. But a lot of people are so in, they don't know who they are, or they come from a jealous nature, or they just think that you're bragging, even though you're trying to say something true. And that drives me nuts. That drives me nuts. So I'm doing well, so mahalo. So, yes, but some people do get afraid when you tell them, you know, stuff like that. It's crazy how people are so immature. So, do you believe in reading do you believe in reading? Like, do you believe that stuff? What do you mean, like reading? Like tarot readings? Yes, I tarot read 5 days a week. Yep. You're from Korea? Hello from Korea. I don't know how to read your name, but I'll just call you Korea. Hello, Korea. Yep. I miss saying hi to Rick. When I came in, Soma, it's a dry joke. I was pulling your leg. Oh, okay. You guys are teasing Soma. By the way, my sister has the ability to see into the future. For the life of me, I can't avoid things she's predicted. Yes, makes me excited about certain things she's seen, but I'm also skeptical. You should not be skeptical. My kids and you, if you guys talk to Haley and Chelsea, they will tell you all the time, Mom tells me stuff, you know, like Mom will warn me or Mom will tell me and I didn't listen, or Mom tells me and I do listen. But I don't do it by cards. I just do it because it's what I feel, you know. It's like they will tell me of something that happened and I will come back with advice, but it's future advice. Like, I know I wouldn't do that because, or I wouldn't go there because, or I think when he says that, this is what he means, or I think when she did that, that's why she did that. And they always come back and tell me, yeah, you're right, you know. So, yeah, I believe that everybody has that ability. You have to hone in on it. My family is full of clairvoyants. We are Cherokee. Still being harassed by society. Well, you shouldn't be. Tennessee, Kentucky. You guys shouldn't be harassed by society. That's crazy. But I mean, I get it. Because you have Chinese people still harassed. You have some black people still harassed. You have Mexicans still harassed. I mean, I get it. But you guys shouldn't be. We should be way past that. We are in 2025. That kind of shit should be gone. You know. I start seeing the future, but I see it with different people. Yes, that's the ones that's probably opening up to you, and you're able to get that energy from them. Yep. Do you believe in seeing the future like psychics? Yes. Yeah. I read cards for the future all the time, and I got people that come on here and tell me I'm right all the time. So, yep. Hang on for a minute. They yell at my dogs. Shut the hell up. So, yeah, I mean, I read cards psychically all the time for people on here. It's always a future. If I do Sunday, it's just about soul searching Sunday, so it's advice. Monday is motivational Monday, it's about advice. But Taco Tuesday and What the Fuck Wednesday, those are future weekly readings. And Friday, you ask me any question and I'll answer it for you. But I answer it in the future sense, not something that happened in the past or something that's happening now. If you ask me, are I and Eric going to get together in the future, and I lay down a card and it says yes, that's a future reading. So, yes, I read future all the time. Yep. I was asked to do body finding, but I refused it. Why? Why? For like murder? For like a murder mystery, or they wanted you to remote view? Why did you refuse it? I have to be pretty linked in. There's been a few times, and hello can verify, and so can Dan, and so can Rick. There's been a few times when people have come on to ask me how someone has died. And if I'm feeling called to read it, I'll read it. Sometimes I'm not called to read it though. So I'm not sure if this is off topic. How do we dream hop or get someone to dream certain things? Well, you don't want to get somebody to dream certain things. That's called bending somebody's will, and that's a big no-no. I don't care who you are. Okay? Everybody has free will. And if you're trying to change their free will, that's a big no-no, and the universe will come in and slap you upside your head for trying to bend somebody's will. Don't do it. All right. Now, if you're trying to send somebody a message, that's different. If I'm here and my husband's at the grocery store and I sit here and I'm like, pick up mayonnaise, 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 that's different. I'm not changing his will. I'm sending him a message subliminally. But if my husband left me for another woman and I'm over here going, break up with her, break up with her, break up with her, break up with her, that is a big no-no. And you don't want to do that. That is called black magic. And that's the line that is drawn. You don't want to do that. All right? You don't want to do that. So, like I said, you can tell somebody, I love you, 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 I miss you, I wish you would contact me, I wish you would contact me, I hope you contact me. You can do that, okay? Because you're just sending love, and you just want to tell somebody that you love them. But if you're on the other side going, you need to break up, 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 that's not good. And if you start going down that path, it's going to be a hard one to call back. I wouldn't even start. All right? That's why love spells is a bad, bad thing. It's because you're changing the will of somebody else. Everybody has free will. All right? So, I would not be doing that at all. What are the consequences? Well, I'm going to say that the consequences would be you're going to get somebody back, but they're going to be gone again. I'm going to tell you that right now. If you change the will of somebody, I want you back, break up with them, I want you back, break up with them, I want you back, and they come back, they're not yours forever. They're not yours forever because they didn't consciously decide to pick you. You made them consciously decide to pick you. And therefore, that is not going to last. They didn't feel it. You're the one who made them think that they felt that. So guess what? When they get tired of you, they're going to be like, I'm moving on again. And that's why shit don't last. So I wouldn't do it. I would not do that. So see, now you could do that, Cosmo. If there's something, like if you say you put in an application at the job, you can be like, please look at my application, please look at my application. Like you can vision the person looking at your application and going, oh, okay, let's call her in and interview her. You could do that, okay? Because you're not hurting anybody doing that. You're not saying, give me the job, give me the job, give me the job. You're just saying, look at my application, look at my, like, notice me. I'm here, notice me. All right? Or you can even say, give me the job, give me the job. But that don't mean that you're going to get the job. You may get your application looked at, but you're not going to get the job. So hello, Cameron. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Cameron. We have a song for that. Where's my birthday song? Oh, that's why. Hang on, Cameron. Hang on, Cameron. I have a song for you. Hang on, Cameron. Oh, where is it? There you go. Here, Cameron. There you go, Cameron. I don't know what's wrong with my speakers. It normally doesn't scratch you like that. Was there anything else? It's kind of early. Is there any kind of questions anybody had? Did Cameron dip? Cameron's like, it's my birthday. Bye, everybody. Oh, that's gonna be next podcast. I think we had something for next week's podcast. What we're gonna be talking about. Yeah. Was it manifestation techniques for next? Yeah, manifestation techniques is next podcast, next Thursday. All right. You just whistled a song? Yeah, happy birthday. These boots are made for walking. I don't know if I have that button or not. Let's look. Well, let's see if they have that. There's a book called The Unknown, and it presents every case of the occult. Do you have it? That would be pretty interesting to read, I think. Nope. There's no sound button for that, Lisa. I think it'd be an interesting book to have. Is it a thick book? Is it an old book? Is it a hardback book? It's got stuff on everything. It'd be a nice book to have. It's just called The Unknown. I had a question above. Can you see it? Tennessee, let me just click on your name here and I'll get it. All right, one moment. Hang on, Tennessee. I don't have it, Tennessee. I don't have it, hon. Hello, the mini. I wonder why I don't have it. Tennessee. I don't have it, Tennessee, honey. I don't know why I don't have it. Oh, if it's about, like, the devil, black magic, hexes and curses, it's not going to show up. Is that what it's about? There's some no-no words that I'm not having in my channel. And if it was about, like, Satan, Lucifer, black magic, curses, hexes, anything like that, it will disappear. Yeah, it will disappear. So you just have to find another word. You'll have to find a way to say it without saying it. You know what I mean, Tennessee? No, I just asked again. I split it in two. I'm not getting it. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm not getting it. Is it a bad sign when you astral travel and someone's clinging on your back, holding your wrist? I've never heard of that. Anna Vrin. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of anybody doing that. So not all are bad, right? I don't have it, Tennessee, Kentucky. Honey, I don't have your questions. I'm not seeing them. I guess, because I'm not seeing it. Hello, Dark Shadows. Sounds like someone trying to stop you. That's what it sounds like to me. Hello, Adam. You said I'd have a intuitive week, and 2 nights ago my dream was as intense as it gets. How long between an intuitive dream and it actually happened does it usually take? Anywhere from 2 days to a week. Hello, Bruce. Adam, anywhere from 2 days to a week. How could I get that message? Have you ever wondered why nobody's ever claimed to see a caveman ghost? No? OG? Nope. Nope. How would you know if it's caveman? You don't see ghosts. You usually can hear a ghost. Um, you can sense a ghost. So how would you know if it's a caveman ghost? Like, where are you going with that, OG? Make that make sense. You don't see a ghost anyway. You can see a dark shadow. You can see an apparition, like a smoky object. But a lot of people don't see a ghost. They can hear a ghost. They can sense a ghost. Yeah, it's because marijuana inhibits your ability to dream. Yeah, giants are real. Yes. Giants are real, and if you look on YouTube, they have a video that was like in 2000 and I want to say like 2020 or 2019, 18 of the army going to fight a giant, and they took him down, and there's pictures. So, yep. So yes. Yep. They just had a battle with a giant. So yeah, I would believe it, Bruce. I would believe it. Yep, I would believe it. Hmm? The giants were in biblical times. So that's how when fallen angels mated with the women. People get premonitions about that. Mm-hmm. Yep. We call him the sleeping giant. I saw that. That's why they've been bombing the oceans. Something is down there. There's a whole nother world down in the sea. Yep. Harry Potter ruined giants for you? Aw, Cosmo. Yep. There's a whole nother world down below the water. Shit, we don't even know. Yep. Tennessee, I don't know how to get your questions. You may have to just post them. How you doing? I'm doing great, thanks. We only need to open our eyes and minds. True. Tennessee, you may have to post them after in the comment section or something like that. And I'll leave you comments back. Tennessee, if I'm not getting them. So you may have to just post them in the comment section. Hello, Ricky. So, all right, Tennessee, after. Yeah, just put it in the comment section, and when I read it, I'll comment back to you. So I'll give it a heart and a thumbs up, and then I'll have something. So you probably will be getting notified that I replied to your comments. Okay. So, but just put them in the comment section after this uploads. Okay. And then we'll go on from there. I love the movie Troll, not the cartoon. It started with a large troll stepping on these people's house, but they were okay. I haven't seen it. I've not seen stuff like that. I don't normally watch stuff like that. I've never done anything like this. We're just talking about fays, fairies, mermaids, ETs, dragons, werewolves, vampires, elementals. We're talking about anything that moves on the earth that is not human, Ricky. So if you got some experience, put it in there. If you got questions, put it in there. All right. Who's Cecilia? WWE figure furry. Are you a cat? Sounds like Monty Python's opening with the big blue foot. I'm actually Bigfoot. Oh yeah? Are you now? Because Bigfoot's into WWE? Are you gonna be the next Big Show? Figure furry? Cause it's the big furry. Palma. Oh, what the fuck is that little guy's name? That wrestles. 319. Oh my gosh, what is his name? Little Mexican WWE wrestler. What the fuck is it? Oh. WWE, not that one. Rey Mysterio. Thank you. Yeah. Are you gonna palm Rey Mysterio like a basketball? Furry? Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't remember his name. I miss Eddie Guerrero so much. I do. I wear 14. You better catch up. I miss Eddie Guerrero. He was my favorite wrestler. And it was sad what happened to Chris Benoit. I miss Eddie Guerrero. I actually cried when he died. Yep. Latino Heat. Yep. Wow, this US map really looks like a dragon's back where the mountains are amazing. He's your dad's gay partner? I don't think so. This fucking cold. I seen a guy standing and just looking at me from a corner in the store. I said to my girlfriend, and she responded, "What guy?" So you saw it. So some spirits must be able to show themselves. They are. They are. They're able to show themselves. Yes. Any suggestions about what, Benjamin? I used to watch Jimmy Snuka on black and white TV in 74. They wrestled out of Tacoma, Washington. Yeah. My older brothers and cousins used to wrestle in the basement. They got some bed mattresses and laid them on the floor and made a ring. And they would body slam each other and everything on those mattresses. It was just crazy. They were always getting hurt, busting their head open. My dad would be like, "Oh, yeah, go ahead and snort whatever you want. Put some Drano in it, Benjamin. Snort that shit right up. You'll have fun." Anyway. Stupid asses. Now I have John Cena's fucking entrance song playing in my head. I know, Rick. Come out really, really thick on a Thursday, don't they? Yep. Childish. Yeah, it takes all kinds, though, doesn't it? Takes all kinds. I don't mind. we get rid of them pretty quick. It is what it is. Come in like flies. They do. Like bees drawn to honey. Like moths to a flame. And then we kill them. Like flies on shit. Rick! You're calling me shit. Thank you, Levi. How has everything been going with subs? I don't get the subs I used to, Dan. Nope. That one time I got to 8,000. and then we celebrated Halloween. And I got like, I've been getting like 6. You can go to the channel and look. Ever since September, and I think October, somewhat in October, but September, where I was getting 5 or 6,000 views and like 100 to 200 subs a night, they took it away. I know that they're throttling the views. You can't tell me that they're not, because all that time we were getting 4, 5, 6,000 views, and then all of a sudden we're barely making like 1,000 views. You can't, and nothing's changed. I'm not doing anything different. You can't tell me that YouTube's not throttling the views. You can't. The evidence is way there. So, yep. You can't tell me that YouTube's not throttling. We used to get a lot of views and a lot of subs. Like, the subs was like, when you have a channel, you can look at your the sub growth, and from the time that you actually started your channel. And it was slow at first, and then where I got popular, it like was at an incline like that. And then, like I said, September, October, when they cut that, now it's just kind of, up and down. But there for a little bit, man, it was just, the subs was there, the views was all there. And then they just took it all away. No, they haven't said anything. I need to try to figure out how to do the closed captioning, though. I've had a lot of people ask me about closed captioning. Hello, Bret Hart. They're speaking about wrestling. Here's Bret Hart. I thought you died. But, yeah. So, anyway, yeah, what's my favorite tornado? You. You want to know why? Because you disappear right at the right time, just like now. Anyway. So yeah, YouTube is messing. But, yes, magic. It's magic. It is what it is, though. Like I said, I just want to get to 10,000, and then I'm not going to give a shit. So, it will be what it will be. So, spread your love like fly. Mm-hmm. We do. Mm-hmm. I do love the magic tricks. Okay. Bye, Dan. So, new people do come in. Yep. New people come in all the time. Like, they can't stop the new people coming in. If it's 2,000, if it's 2,000 views and it's always new people coming in, then it's just 2,000 views with new people coming in. Like, that's going to be the standard, I think. I think it was just so much, so quick, that YouTube's like, the fuck? Like, we have somebody here that's not even going by any rules that we have made for creators, and she's growing, she's just growing and growing and growing, and she's not even doing anything that we're suggesting. We can't have that. So, we'll cut it out. But, like you said, new people come in, new people find the channel all the time. So I'm not worried about not ever having views. It's just not like it used to be. Which is sad. But it is, like I said, it is what it is. So. And negative, what do they say? Negative, when people talk negative about you on other channels, it's still getting your attention, or getting people to give you attention. Negative reviews are still reviews. So, yeah. So, I've had that complaint from other people. What complaint? That they throttle the views? Yeah, I'm sure they do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure that they do, but it's okay. It's okay. It is what it is, like I said. Like, they can't stop new people from finding me and hanging out. And who doesn't want a live tarot reading, honestly? Who doesn't want a free tarot reading? There's nobody in the whole world, even if you didn't believe it. If it's free, you're going to go for it. So, the people will always be there, somewhat. Hello, High Priestess. What's up? I am well. How are you doing today? The cool cruise. What are we doing? We're talking about ETs, fairies, fays, mermaids, elementals, dragons, unicorns, vampires, werewolves, anything that you want to talk about. If you saw something, say it. If you have a question, ask it. Aliens, yep. Aliens too. Yep. Do you wear a tail? Oh my god. There's another one. No, but you do. You want to see it? Are you ready? Oh, never mind. I got beat to it by Rick. and hello. Well, you guys are trigger happy. I was gonna show him his tail. That's okay though. That's okay. There's plenty of trolls for all of us. Idiots. The world is full of idiots. Can you develop your psychic abilities at any time? Yes, you can. Yep. As soon as you know you have it, start working on that. Yep. I know. You guys really do. Does your second chin aid in your psychic abilities? You're so funny. Bye. See ya. Bye. I think meditation helps. It does, Lisa Ann. It does. So I was at the festival and could hear everyone's conversation like I was there, but I was in a house. So I think that is called remote viewing, and that is probably something that you should be really honing in on. You need to have a friend that is doing something around the house, and you need to remote view and see if you can pick up what she's doing, if you want to hone in on that. I could also predict exactly what they were doing. Yep, it's called remote viewing. Yep. Yep, it's called remote viewing. Let me get you a definition. Define remote viewing. One moment. Remote viewing is a practice of using the mind to gain impressions about a distant or unseen subject. It's also known as clairvoyant remote viewing or extrasensory perception. So, like I said, you just think about it in your mind. You put yourself, not physically, but in your mind, you put yourself where that person is and see if you can see what they can see. Hey, Bree. So, yeah, it's called remote viewing. It says remote viewing is a practice of seeking impressions about a distant or unseen subject or room. All right. A remote viewer is expected to give information about an object, event, person, or location. So the government uses remote viewers. They actually pay remote viewers. You sang a song that was playing at my house. What did I sing? What was it that I was singing? I don't know. So can abilities be passed down from generations? Yes, they can. Laboni, do you have any do you have any theories about hearing constant sound? What are we talking about constant sound? Oh, you're talking about these boots were made for walking? Laboni, You mean like white noise? Hello, Jenny Lynn. Yeah, like white noise. Yeah, I hear white noise all the time. That's why I have to have a fan because it actually gets to me. So, Bree, it says you should do a day where you do readings on the different states and what's going to happen with weather and economic situations. Well, the weather, with the weather, you either need to listen to Ryan Hall or Max Velocity because those two men cover the weather like nobody's business. And Max Velocity is actually on YouTube every day covering your weather. All right. And Ryan Hall, y'all. Whenever there's storms, tornadoes, blizzards, anything like that, those guys are covering it. So the weather, you're covered. And I couldn't do a better job than those two. Max Velocity and Ryan Hall. You need to do that. But yeah, Laboni, I have to have a fan noise. If I don't actually have a fan on in the summertime, I have an app downloaded to the phone that's fan noise that I actually play by my head so I don't hear the buzzing. What you are hearing though is 5G. You are hearing 5G. You probably have a lot of towers around you or a tower around you. I have one on the mountain up here because I live off the side of the mountain. You can hear 5G. So if you don't want to hear it, if you don't want to hear it, you need to play some other constant sound that drowns it out. All right. Yes. All right. Yep. I do too. You just need to have a fan noise or listen to music or, I don't know, have your TV going, listening to people talk. I know when I have to listen to people talk, it puts me to sleep every time if I'm in bed. So you just have to do something like that, Laboni. Because it drives me nuts. Hello, Raul. How are you doing, honey? Do a 360? The fuck does that mean? By God, Gru. Have you already talked about fairies? I mean, we have, but we can still talk about them. High Priest Screen. Do you believe in them? Have you seen them? We were talking about fairies. We were talking about fairy rings. Thank you, Jenny. We were talking about fairies and fays are actually the same thing. Fae is just a female fairy. Yeah, we're talking about all kinds of stuff. So, would love to know more. Like, we were just, actually, there was somebody in here that said that, Ireland was really good about spotting fairies. There are videos on YouTube. I've always heard don't go in a fairy circle. I don't know. It's a troll, Jenny. I don't know. I mean, I didn't ask for him to. It's just a troll, Jenny. I don't know why he wanted me to make a donkey noise. Maybe donkey noises turn him on. Maybe he needs something. Maybe he needs some new material to whack off to. I don't know, but I don't know. But anyway, I've not ever heard don't go into a fairy ring. I've not ever heard that. I've always maybe don't disturb a fairy ring, but I don't know why you couldn't walk in one. I mean, so. But anyway, yeah, so somebody was saying that Ireland was really good about seeing fairies, or at least having proof that fairies exist. And I can believe that, because I think also that um, magical beings are attached to certain areas, just like we were saying how China has fossils of dragons, even though they're not calling them dragons, they're actually calling them dinosaurs. But if you look at that fossil, it clearly looks like a dragon. So, uh, is it like a witch's circle? I mean, I would imagine, kinda. As far as like a sacred space, yes. Yep. Yep. So, wow, hello, that was quick. You don't think so? God, where are all these fucking trolls coming from? Dragons were real, but our textbook calls them dinosaurs. Yeah, it's weird. Because it doesn't look nothing like dinosaur. It literally looks like a dragon. So why not? Why not? Why not just call it a dragon? So it's more Celtic, yes. Dirty Old Bones says, "Are trolls not welcomed? Some of them are funny." Well, if they want to be funny, Dirty Old Bones, they can have their own channel, can't they? Why do they got to be here and be a nuisance? Just asking. Uh, oh, God, that's going fast. Do we think the Bermuda Triangle is a real phenomenon? Yes, B, I do. Yep, I do. Yeah, it's something about dragons are in the hieroglyphics. Are they? I've not ever seen a hieroglyphic of a dragon. I don't think. I was just looking at the I know. It's not sore. Raul. It's not sore, honey. There's just a little right there. And I can't cough it up. It just stays right there on my goozle, and it'll cut my vocal cords where I can't talk sometimes, and it's just right there. And it won't come up, and it can't be swallowed down. I don't know what it is. So it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. It's just a pain in the fucking ass. So it doesn't hurt. It's just annoying. Scratchy. Wow, like hello is on it. I don't even see these comments. All I get is this person was hidden by hello. Cherokee Nation here. Yeah, you just missed Tennessee. Tennessee just said he was Cherokee Nation. I mean Tennessee. Where's Tennessee, Kentucky? He just said he was Cherokee Nation. So, love you, Wendy. See you later. All right, bye, High Priestess. Thanks for stopping by, honey. Okay, Raul. I'll have to go get those ingredients, though. This recipe. Recipe. Yep. Recipe. Three cloves, 1 cup Indian holly, basil. I don't have Indian holly basil. I just have basil. Mint leaves, cinnamon stick, ginger. Yep, okay. I don't know what jaggery is. What's jaggery? Hi, Brent. Christ is king. You are so correct. What's jaggery? Be right back, my love. I need to call my husband. Yep, it's okay. It's okay, Jenny. Hello. What else are we discussing today? Anything you want to discuss, B? You got any questions? Ask. You got any stories? Tell. But basically, we're just talking about shapeshifters, ETs, fairies, fays, mermaids, dragons, whatever. If you have a story, you can definitely put it in the chat. Or if you have any questions, you can definitely ask me. And they can be any questions. They don't, not tarot card questions, so. B. You can ask me anything you want. We were talking about giants. We were talking about Area 51. We were talking about, I don't know what else we were talking about. Or we could just call it a night. I don't really care, honestly. I've been at this for 2.5 hours. I mean, it's good. It's good. What does that mean, Laka? Are you so naic? What's naic? What are you trying to say here, Laka? Are you so naic? I don't know what naic is. I'm just waiting for chat to move. You guys got big plans for Valentine's Day? got all my husband's gifts wrapped. Nope, not a one. So, Rick, you said you were getting married, like, and all of that, and another, and this. When's all of this supposed to be happening? Like, what's going on with all of that? And she was sick? Is she terminally sick? Or, like, are you gonna go see her? Like, what's the plan, Rick? Yeah, absolutely, hello. You just never know. You never know who will show up. She's been sick, going through stage 4 cancer, so things are on hold for a while. And you're not gonna go see her? Have you went to go see her? I don't have the finances to do so at the moment in time, and it's killing me. I'll bet it is. So when do you plan on going to see her then? It will be soon? Where's she at? Hello, Tamalina. When do you start your new job, too, Rick? Hopefully, when this new job starts, I can save up the money to go see her. Okay. So when does the new job start? My first night Sunday training is 2 a.m. to 9 a.m. Wow. Do you like those hours? And that's this Sunday, huh? Those are just training hours. That's not my regular schedule. That'll be determined after training is over. Yeah. Do you like those hours, though, for training? Uncle Rick. Uncle Rick. That's cute. Uncle Rick. Yeah. I mean, 4:30 to 8:30. Those are way better hours. All right, 10 more minutes. If it doesn't pick up, we'll cut out, okay? 10 more minutes, it'll be 8 o'clock. So. Hello, H. Oh, yeah. You missed the mermaid talk. We was just talking about how people have videos on YouTube and TikTok that show mermaids exist. I've never seen a mermaid. I don't think anybody in here has ever seen a mermaid. He was talking about mermaids and sirens. And I said that they had a study that if mermaids was real, like people like us in the water, that they would be ugly because the water would make their skin suit, shrivelly, or they would be, I don't know, like they would just be different if they were real mermaids. Like, or mermaids like people. I'm not saying that there's not mermaids, but I think mermaids are more like maybe perhaps like a fishy skin type creature. So, manatees are oily? I didn't know that. I wonder why. Why are manatees oily? Are whales oily? Fish aren't oily. It's kind of weird. But they just said like their face would be like shriveled up or more wrinkly, especially, because of the water. They'd have to have, thick skin so that the water wouldn't hurt them being in the water all the time. And then we was talking about sirens, and I said, well, because the people on ships said that sirens are beautiful women, that I thought maybe they were more like incubus or succubus or something like that. So, and that sirens really weren't mermaid people. So, manatees are kinky. How do you know, Dan? Dan's seen too much. Oh, goodness. All that grease. I've excavated skeletons of mermaids. I don't know about their skin, but the bones are solid. Spaghetti or SpaghettiOs. Emma, get off my channel. I'm not allowed to say mermaid, though. Why? Why aren't you allowed to say mermaid? What would you say? What do you call them then if you're not calling them mermaid? Fish people? People under the sea? Fish? I don't know. What would you call mermaids? I work in archaeology department, so I'm not allowed to say anything. Okay, so I get that, like it's like Vegas. What happens here stays here. But what do you call these people to your coworkers? Do you call them mermaids to your coworkers, or is there a code name? Do you say, I don't know, swimmy little people? Like what is it that you say to your coworkers? What is it that you say to your colleagues? What would you call them, Tamalina? Or do you actually call them mermaids to your colleagues? Sea serpents? I mean, it could be. Even though I think a sea serpent is actually a real serpent. Half human, half fish, or a hybrid. Well, I mean, I guess I could see that you would call them a hybrid. I mean, I think a hybrid would be a pretty good term. I like that. A water hybrid, maybe. You don't even have that much, buddy. No matter what I find, I'm not allowed to say anything. We just say excavated, then the place and the coordinates of where it was found. You're not even to your colleagues. I mean, that doesn't make sense, Tamalina. You all worked the land. You should be able to call it something. Why would you not be able to call it what it is? We excavated a dinosaur. We excavated a mermaid. We excavated a spider. I mean, if you excavated a spider, I'm pretty sure you'd call it a spider. Doesn't make sense. Nope. Just like species X. So everything is species X? That's ridiculous. Call it species M for mermaid. How about that? We make things up on spot. It's crazy. That's species M. What's M stand for? You know. That's species D. What does D stand for? You know. I meant, for example, in Twilight, there's a half human, half vampire. Yep. Diaries. Yep. So it's basically a hybrid. So I think mermaids should be called hybrid. Yeah, I agree, Jason. No, I really wasn't. I wasn't coming at you in a different way. I believe that that's probably a really good. That's a good term. Okay, I don't know about real vampires, but I had this past life regression where I was drinking the blood of children. Vampires are real, I'm telling you. And the drinking would get me really high. It's called adrenochrome. Because we can't say anything without living proof. The proof is right in front of you. And I would bring it to members of the Catholic Church. Vampires are real, I'm telling you. I actually, in my post, you can look at a post that I just posted like a month ago where it says vampires are in New Orleans. I'm telling you, they are. I went down that rabbit hole where I was looking at manifestos of ships where these people had vampire or vampira or vampire as their last names. And a lot of them went to New Orleans. And I think some of them are in the mountains of Wyoming. Oh, they need to be alive? That's dumb. Now, okay, so make that make sense, though, Tamalina, because dinosaurs are called dinosaurs, and they weren't living when you guys found them. Hello, Jonathan. What's wrong with your hair? It's called a messy bun, you guys, for fuck's sakes. It's really tough for us to communicate with other groups. So yeah, I bet that's correct. I bet that's correct. Are you okay? Yeah, are you? If you're not, get the fuck off my channel. Why are you here? Are you here to troll? Because if you are, you're going to be gone. I'm just going to tell you that right now. If you can't get on the program of what we're talking about, then you're just a nuisance. Go be a nuisance someplace else. We're talking about vampires. And we're talking about mermaids. And we're talking about shit like that. We could say like lost civilization and evolution due to changes, but not the term mermaid. I mean, look, rules are rules and that's great, but it's weird to me. It's weird. What do you guys call dinosaurs? You call them lost civilization? Do you call them evolution? Or do you guys call them dinosaurs? Because what's good for one rule, it's got to be good for everybody. I'm just saying. Does it make no sense? You call them ancestors? Wow. Ancestors. Why would you call... Well, that also doesn't make any sense. Why would you call them ancestors? They're not your ancestors. But they're not your ancestors. They're not even people. Why would you call them ancestors? It's really weird. Something about that's just not adding up. Oh my god. Another troll. That's wonderful. I love it. Because saber-tooth and mammoths are basically elephants and tigers. I get that. Yeah. I get that. But like pterodactyls, T-Rex, long necks, they got names. Why? But you guys don't call them by their names? You just call them ancestors? And why are you calling them ancestors? Because they're not our ancestors. They're not even human. So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make no sense. Why would you just not call them by their names? So, no, but they're not ancestors. It's a T-Rex. And what would you do if you found a fossil of a lizard? And lizards are supposed to be coming from dinosaurs. Would you call them ancestors? I know, Adam. Yes, that's what I want to know, J-Man. How is the dinosaur our ancestors? It wouldn't be. And like I said, if you found a lizard fossil, you would call that a lizard fossil. You would be calling that your ancestor, even though lizards are supposed to be a form of dinosaur. I mean, I don't know. It's just weird how you guys got that kind of rule. Star seeds, yes, but I don't believe we are star seeds. I think star seeds, I think indigo children, rainbow children, and star seeds are children. And I think that they are the children that are coming back now. I don't believe star seeds. I don't think somebody like me, even though I know I come from a star system, I would not call myself a star seed. I wouldn't. Unless everybody's a star seed. Because humans are known to have stars dust in their DNA. Oh, ancestors mean anything that walked on Earth before us. Ah, okay. So it's just a term of a time. The land before time. So anyway, either we are all star seeds and there is no deviation between ages, or star seeds have to be like indigo children and rainbow children. So I think we all are. Me too. I think we are all star seeds. But you got some people that get on YouTube and they're like, I'm a star seed, you know. And it's like, yeah, so we all are. You know, like they're the only one that's a star seed, or like star seeds are like very few and far between. So, what is a star seed? Basically, somebody who is, how would you say that? Spiritual, like earthly, other earthly, you know, like how they say earth angels. Something that's just earthly or other earthly. So, collective term is always ancestors, then sub-terms are used. Okay, I get it now. Hello, Rayson. Hello, Rayson. Dragon is called Naga. I knew that. I don't know why, though. Like when I say I'm a starseed, I say that because I never felt at home here. Uh-huh. Yes, and my soul may not be from the earth. I don't think anybody's soul is from the earth. Honestly, H. Yep. I don't think any soul is from the earth. I think earth is just a planet, and here we all are running around. So, Naga is serpent in Sanskrit. Okay. Serpent. Okay. That's what I think. So I think everybody's a starseed. Because your soul is not of the earth. I don't think anybody is, honestly. You may have been born here, but your soul is not of here. Do you guys know of Kundalini awakening? Yes, I've had one already. The snake bit me, and that does mean something. Correct. Yes. The snake bit you? Where? In my face. Right here. What did you do with the snake? I come out of my trance when the snake bit me. I also had a trance where the meditation was to see a podium on a stage, and the assignment was to become the podium. And so I got myself into a trance, and I became the podium, and I became the wood, and then I was in the wood where I could see the fibrous of the wood, and the wood snapped, and I also woke up from that. So I'll say something about what you're talking about. The multiverse has infinite universe, and infinite possibility, yep. And there is a version of me, yep. And deja vu's quantum entanglement, yes. Yes, J-Man, I totally agree with you 100%. Yep. We talked about this on another podcast. Yep. Dream catchers are a symbol of protection from negative energy, and bad dreams, yes, and are associated with Native American culture, yes. They are also part of the circle of life, nature, and the journey of, yes. Totally agree with that too. Yes. I have a dream catcher. Yep. I have some Indian in me. Aglala. I have Aglala in me from my grandpa on my dad's side. Oglala. Aglala. Cooter's in the house. Hello, Cooter. I am well, Kyle. How are you, honey? I am well. So next podcast, we're going to be talking about manifestation techniques. Just to let you guys know. We're like, I'm not leaving, or we're not circling out, but I'm just going to let you know next Thursday's podcast is about manifestation. This week's podcast is about ETs, fays, fairies, mermaids, skinwalkers, aliens, werewolves, vampires, skinwalkers, elementals, anything like that. Tamalini, the Sanskrit word Brahmand, literally means multiverse, but the British used that term for just space, where space is enteric in Sanskrit. Don't you guys, Tamalini, don't you guys have a deity with that word Brahmand or Brahma? Something like that? Don't you have a deity with that name in it? It seems like I did a meditation for, I had to say something like 108 times a meditation, and I had to do it for like 31 days. Brahma is the creator. Thank you. Isn't Brahma? Yeah, okay. Anyway, I did a meditation where I said something for 108 times for 31 days. One time I stopped what I was doing, and I was imagining being in the body of my other self, and I woke up from trance crying, from the peace that I felt. I don't know what that was about. Yes, I can tell you what that was about, but every universe has a different Brahma. Yes, I believe that. J-Man. So there was a man, I forgot his name, but he used to have a TikTok channel or a YouTube channel. But he said that when he would do DMT, he would go to that person that you're just now talking about. That he would get through all the DMT levels, and the person was always on the other side of like what he would say like was like a pane of ice, where you can see the figure on the other side, but you couldn't really see them. You would just know that they're there, and that he knew that that was his other half. And he said that every time he had to leave that figure, he would just bawl and cry. And he said that's why he stopped doing DMT, is because it just made him sad that he had to leave that figure behind. So you don't want twin flames. Yeah. The twin flames are basically like, how would I say? Twin flames are you. Twin flames are you in another form. Like if you're a woman, your twin flame is a man, or if you're a man and your twin flame was a woman, the twin flame is just another version of you at your worst. That's why you're connected to your twin flame, but that's why you don't want a twin flame. Is because if you're a nice person, just imagine how bad you could really be if you could be your worst person. That's your twin flame. So Vishnu is everything you see, and Shiva is the nothing. Vishnu is everything. Vishnu. So 11:32. Is that your time? The Supreme Lord said, I am mighty time, the source of destruction that comes forth to annihilate the words. Even without your participation, the warriors arrayed in the opposing army shall cease to. Gotta be more. Shall cease to. There's got to be something to that exist. There's got to be something to I am mighty time, because time isn't real. Time is just an illusion. There's really no such thing as time. So I am mighty time. Yeah. I mean, it's fine. But if time is just an illusion and he said, I am mighty time, would that be the opposite of illusion, which means I am what exactly? It was like a dream, but it felt real. It probably was. J-Man. Probably was, honey. Wendy, I know you had talked about this last week, but can you remind me your reason why you don't use the Ouija board? Because the Ouija board is a portal. Look, if there are people that use Ouija boards, there are psychics that use a Ouija board. There are people that actively use a Ouija board. But I would say that there's probably shit coming into their house, whether they're dealing with that or not, or whether they just ignore it, because I know that when it comes to possessions, where spirit possesses a body, I know for a fact from reading into this that most preachers that can exorcise a spirit out of a body, they say that the number one thing that you need to do is just ignore them. If you can ignore them, then you don't give them energy. If you are actively saying, I see something, or I hear something, or I'm chasing something, or something scratching me, or I feel something, or I'm hearing it. If you're actively doing that, you're actively giving them attention, energy. So, priests say if you ignore poltergeist, if you ignore stuff going on, in a haunting, that you're not feeding them the energy, and that they just go away, because you're not feeding them anything from you. So Ouija boards, if somebody's actively using a Ouija board and they're getting the portal opened up where they got some dimensional coming into their world, but they're just ignoring it, like, nope, don't see it, I don't see it, I'm not acknowledging it, it's not real, it's not true. The Ouija board is just my mind moving the planchette around. Anything that's happening outside, like bangs and knocks and glasses getting tipped over, it's not real. I don't see it, it's not. Then then okay. I mean, whatever that is. There probably are people like that. I'm saying that I know because I've used the Ouija board for years and years and years, and my family was raised on it. I know that actively I have seen stuff, heard stuff, felt stuff, and it's terrifying. And therefore, I would not suggest ever using a Ouija board. But there are different types of people who can handle different types of things. You know what I'm saying? Um, I would say, me, myself, if there was a spirit actively breaking shit here or, trying to hurt somebody, I would get pissed off. Like, I would probably do anything that I could to get rid of that spirit. But like I said, but then that's just me giving energy to it. If somebody can just totally ignore all that, like, it's not happening, and it really is, but they're just, whatever. And then they're still using that shit. Okay, so more power to them. I mean, I'm not judging. So I'm just saying. So I'm just saying. So I've probably missed a bunch of. Did you get timed out? No, J-Man. I still see you, honey. I still see you. Greetings from California. Hello, Red. How are you? Sunshine State, Florida. Did I get timed out? J-Man, I still see you. Krishna Christ Christos. A solar deity from ancient Egypt represented the sun disk with rays. You mean like Ra? That's your name, Krishna Christ Christos? Blocks words. Yep. J-Man, it will only allow you to say so much. Okay. Wow, the one topic I haven't talked about with anyone in YouTube isn't letting me. Yeah, I just had Tennessee, Kentucky, Tennessee tried to send me 3 questions and it wouldn't let him do it either, J-Man. I am so sorry, honey. Where's your comment at? I keep writing a longer post and it's not showing up. J-Man, let me just click on your channel activity and see if I can see what's going on here. Okay. I'll say something about what you're talking about, the multi-universe. Okay. The one time I stopped what I was doing and I just imagined being in the body of my other self. Okay. It was like a dream, but it felt real. It's probably because you really were. Did it get timed out? No. I keep writing longer posts. It's not showing up. Wow, the one topic I haven't been. Okay, I see my comment now. Yeah, sometimes YouTube won't let you talk about stuff. I don't know why. So, I'm sorry about that. Now, if you have a question, J-Man, after the live uploads in the comment section, if you want to ask me something, I will answer you back in the comment section. All right? So, if you ever have a question and it's not showing up here, after the upload loads up, you can ask me anything in the comments, and I'm really good about getting back to people. All right? I'm really good about that. So, but anyway, H, does that make sense, H, what I just said, though? If people use a Ouija board, and there are people that use a Ouija board, and it's fine. If they can handle it, and maybe they can, then more power to them. Hello, Pound. So, yeah, you can always ask me a question. Yes, that's why we have podcasts. Yes, you can ask a question. Yep. Yep, you can ask a question. Hello, Pound. Yep, you can always ask a question. Yes, you can ask a question. If it's a dumb one, though, you're going to get kicked. I'm just going to tell you right now. I have always seen and felt spirits, but I usually ignore them. Okay? Nikola Tesla is known for saying, if you knew the magnificence of the number 369, yep, you're the key to the universe. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. What question should I ask? Ace, you don't know? I don't know. We're talking about, so we're talking about fays, fairies, mermaids, ETs, elementals, skinwalkers, dragons, unicorns, werewolves, vampires. I don't know. Or if you have a story, you can even type it in there. You can be like, when I was a kid, I saw blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Whatever you want to do, Ace. Whatever you want to do, Ace. I just don't want their emotions affecting me. Yeah, well, I mean, if you don't, then you're doing the right thing by ignoring them. Yep. Can I do whatever? I don't know. That's kind of like an open-ended question. Sure, you can do whatever. Yes, Ace. You can do whatever your mind is set on. Yes. You are superhuman. We all are. And Tamalini, I mean, that makes sense. Yep. Do any of you work with fairies or elementals in HR practice? No, I don't. I love the feeling of the spot I'm in. I love the feeling of the spot I'm in at that moment. Why is that a question mark? That should just be, why do I? Because it's probably some place where you're really supposed to be. It's probably a familiar spot, and you just don't know it because you don't remember it. J-Man, is what I'm going to say. That's what I think. By the way, remember you said dreams are not what they seem. Can you explain that again, please? Yeah, it's because... Okay, so say you had a dream that you saw a cat on the steps and the cat was orange. Well, the cat would mean something, steps means something, orange means something, and anything else that you can remember about the dream always means something else. That's why it's really good for you to write down what you remember about the dream and look up one symbol at a time in the dream dictionary online. That's why. Because dreams aren't what you think they are. When you're dreaming about a cat on a step that walks by you, you're not really... the dream is not about a cat on a step that walks by you. I'll be right back, guys. Hang on for a minute. Sorry about that. I could hear the puppies chewing on something, and I wanted to make sure it wasn't something bad. So, I could hear... it's a water bottle. I think I threw it in there for them to play with. But I could hear them chewing on it, but I just wanted to make sure. So, okay. Let me see where I'm at here. J-Man says, sorry, I'm trying to ask the right questions because it's posting a certain question and it doesn't pop up at all. J-Man, like I said, if you have a question and it's not showing up, just put it in the comment section after the upload and I will type you back, I promise. All right. Temelina, I have it all down. Can you suggest where I would look it up? Google. Google is your best friend. Reiki activate. Yep, dream journals are everything. Yep. Butterflies symbolize transformation, rebirth. Yep, and hope. Yep. Correct. Yep. J-Man, I've been extreme vivid lately, and it's scary real. Everybody is supposed to be going into that time with Pluto moving into Aquarius. Sorry. Akhenaten. In the Hindu scripture, Bhagavad Gita, Vishnu says, now I am becoming death, the destroyer of the world. Okay. So. Yeah. Vishnu's trying to convince to. So I think everybody has some kind of biblical story. Can you guys hear those puppies? They're loud. Pluto moving into Aquarius. Well, Pluto is a planet of death and rebirth, and Aquarius is the house of humanitarian. But Aquarius is about aliens or being alien-like. So if your dreams are getting vivid, it's because you're tapping into the energy of Aquarius. So one thing at a time, right? Yes, one thing at a time. So you didn't answer my question. That's because you're a retard, Ace. I'm not gonna answer that question. How about Ace? How about you pull your head out of your ass and get on our page instead of all of us trying to listen to you? How about that? How about that, Ace? Huh? How about that? How about you stop asking stupid questions and get with the program, Ace? Vedic astrology, Aquarius, sun over here. Yeah. Stupid. I am Aquarius, sun and rising, but my moon is Cancer. So I have the best of both worlds. You're a Libra? Same. Yep. You're Pisces sun? Yep. Oh my God. You've never heard of a messy bun? Green go? Why don't you get off my fucking channel, you retard? Bye. What are you still here for? Hear those puppies? They're really getting on that water bottle. Oh, goodness. Your Aries rising, Sagittarius moon, and Aquarius sun. You got a lot of fire. But fire and air actually go well together. So. How are the puppies doing? They're doing really, really good, except for Little Squeaks. I don't know if Little Squeaks is gonna make it. It's the runt of the litter, and she's just super tiny. She eats, But I don't know. She's just so tiny. She's like a teacup, like a teacup poodle size. And all the other puppies are big puppies. She's just little. So the dream started right after the trans. Could it mean that I'm tapping in something bigger than myself? I don't want to sound... No, you don't sound weird. But this is the first time I've talked openly about my dream. Yeah, you're definitely tapping into something bigger than yourself, J-Man. And if you are okay with this going on, keep doing it, all right? Because you're probably... I'm going to say that you are probably transforming out of ego into spiritual. So... yep, you keep going, J-Man. Yep, keep going. I write down all my dreams, too. I started having these creepy-ass nightmares about AI starting. Lisa Reed was just saying the same thing, H. She's like, she's having weird nightmares about AI. Mm-hmm. So. Yep. Always pay attention to your dreams. Always. Write that stuff down and look that up. Because like I said, dreams don't mean anything what you think they do. And it's actually probably giving you some kind of information that you need. So... Can we have like an Instagram group where we can talk about dreams? I mean, I have an Instagram. If you want me to, we can do an Instagram group. Can we all be on Instagram though? Every time I have a bad dream about a person or like it reveals their true colors, it always comes true. Mm-hmm. You're a great mentor, Wendy. Thank you, Tamalina. I don't know. Can we all get on Instagram and talk? Like, is it like Zoom or no? Or is it just gonna be like here? You're welcome, but nobody's answering my question. Is Instagram gonna show all of our faces and hear all of our voices, or what? Mine is ongoing and gets deeper. All right. Should I just let the dream take its course and not try to wake up every time? Because these aren't the best dreams. Yes, J-Man, you need to let the dreams play out because your subconscious is trying to work through something that you're not facing. So yes, you need to let the dreams play out. And then when you wake up, you need to write that stuff down, what you can remember, and look it up. Okay? Yes, it's like a FaceTime, I believe, or y'all can text in the group chat as well. So it's basically like we're doing over here. Hello? Is that like what we're doing here? Is that what you're saying? Is it like we're doing over here anyway? Because, I mean, if it's like Zoom, that would be better. But if it's like here... I love Discord. I don't do much Discord. I don't really do much of Discord. But y'all can talk face to face. Yeah, I mean, I talk face to face with people when they do their tarot readings. Yeah. Why is Discord better than Instagram, though? That's what I need you guys to tell me. Why is... Hey, whatever your name is. Oh, Coco! Is that my Coco Butt? Hey, Coco Butt. I think that's my granddaughter. Hey, Coco Butt. Yes, it all works. I don't mind. I don't have Discord. Oh, that's not my Coco Butt. No, thank you. I thought that was my granddaughter. Because I call her Coco, and I think she was called Coco Butt on something, but not mine. So never mind. Anyway, I would rather have a platform that we all could talk like Zoom. If I was gonna have a meeting about something, it would have to be something like Zoom. If Discord can't do it, if Insta can't do it, I know YouTube can't do it, Facebook can't do it, then I'm not interested in it. I would rather, if we're gonna have a discussion where everybody has a voice, it needs to be something like Zoom or something like that. So. Does period blood have magical properties? Yes, H, it does. Yes, so Google me, Insta. Yes. What the fuck, H? No, she's not wrong. Period blood does have special properties. Discord has voice calls. I know, but six 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 is the number of man. Akhenaten. 666 is actually the number of man. What properties? Magical properties. A lot of witches use period blood in their spells. And 13 equals 4 because you always got to add up all the numbers until you can't add them no more. 13 is not a bad number. 13 is actually a lucky number. But if you're going to do numerology, then you need to add all of the numbers until you can't add them no more. And 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 is not a bad number. 4 is a number of stability, by the way. I felt pain in a dream one time, got something thrown at my head. That was weird. That is weird. How do you know that you got something thrown at your head, though? Is what I'm wondering. Four is about stability. 4 is not a bad number. So, 4 isn't. 4 is stable. A chair has 4 legs. A bed has 4 legs. A house has 4 walls. It's a square. Squares are stable. A cube. A cube is stable. 4 is not a bad number. 13 is not a bad number either, by the way. Felt like a rock or something hard, didn't see it. Well, I know you didn't see it, but did you get up and look to see if you could see something out of place? Because I would have. Anniversary. Did you get up and look? Yeah, I get it that you woke up, but did you go investigate and see if something hit you in the head? 5 is chaotic, though. Timolini. 5 is not a stable number. That's why people has had such a hard rap since its discovery, because it was found in the moon. 314. Yes, but is the moon really what the moon is supposed to be? Or is the moon a starship? Because they said when they launched a rocket to the moon, it rung like a bell. So, I don't know. Is the moon really... Is it really made out of cheese? Is it? It directly relates to our physical bodies. The 5, yep. 5, yeah, but humans are chaotic. Yes, I get the 5 senses, but humans are basically chaotic, though. It's our satellite. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, is it? Is it a satellite? Like I said, what is the moon, really? What is the moon? Is it a satellite? Is it a space station? Is it a rock? Is it an asteroid? What is the moon? Because I don't believe we landed on the moon. I don't believe that. 5 is the number of change. It represents Mercury. It is change, but it's not an easy change. 5s are not easy, guys. 5s are not. Sorry. 5 is an odd number. Odds are not easy numbers. I'm an 8. H. 5s are not easy. July 5th? Yeah. 5s are not easy. I was born on the 6th, but I'm an 8. 17, that's an 8. No, that's not how that goes. No. That's not how that goes. Just because it's 5 letters for Jesus, that doesn't mean that. Because J doesn't represent 1. No. Hang on. The letters and numerology. One moment. No. You got that wrong. Let me tell you. If you really want to do this. Right. Yeah. Come on. Let's go. J represents 1. Okay, yeah. E is 5. Hang on. Where is that? E is 5. J is 1. E is 5. S is 3. U is 6. And then S is 3. Now add them up. Yep. Now add them up. Until you get a single digit. And then you'll know what Jesus represents. So J is 1. E is 5. That's 6. S is 3. That's 9. U is 6. That's 15. And S is 3. 18. 18 is 9. So Jesus is 9. So, yes, 46, but 6 plus 4 is 10, which makes you a 1. Because you always want to keep going until you got 1 digit. You are a 1. Or you could possibly be an 11. A master number 11. So, I don't know. You could possibly be an 11. We just did all this like 2 podcasts ago. We went over life numbers, path numbers. Look for a podcast, guys, that has that. It's about numerology. We did this like 2 podcasts ago or something like that. Or it could have even been my very first podcast. Go back and listen to it. We've already covered all that. You were there? Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Jamin. Thank you for being a follower. Oh. Well, thank you for being a follower anyway, J-Man. I hope you like and subscribe, because every Thursday is a podcast. Every Thursday. So. 11/11, make a wish. Make a wish upon a star. Boo, 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 boo. All right, so we, should you only count your first name? No, the name that you were born with. Yep, the name that you were born with. Anaverin. Yep, the name that you were born with. Like me, I was born Wendy Sue Keller. That would be my life path. Now, I can do Wendy Sue Webb for my new life path, but I was born Wendy Sue Keller. So that would be the name I would use. Somebody did a math equation where 0 equaled 2. 0 equals 2. They had some kind of formula where they could prove that 0 equals 2. I don't know. I remember watching it, but I was like, So, 0 equals 2. It's on YouTube. You can look it up. The guy's got really white hair. Wendy, darling. I married Peter Pan once. He was my second husband. He was a douchebag. Changing names, changing energy. Yes. Pan's Labyrinth. Yes. Yep. Yeah, I always said if I got divorced, I would take my maiden name back. And I think that's correct. I think if anybody gets divorced, as far as a woman, they should take their maiden name back. That way they can change their energy. That's what I think. I think all women should take their name back to their maiden name. Unless they just like it. Mount Hermon is where the fallen angels landed. Was on Mount Hermon. When the angels got kicked out of heaven. 9 of them, 9 supreme fallen angels, landed on Mount Hermon. J-Man, well, the trance happened last Tuesday. There's a lot coming for me because I grew up in a Christian house. Yep. And was told that you're talking about the devil. Yeah. Never felt like this free. Welcome to the channel, J-Man. We don't judge here. And I don't believe that anything is of the devil. So I don't think anything's of the devil. And I don't even believe that you can sell your soul to the devil, and here's why. Because the soul's not yours. Your soul that's in your body is not yours. It never belonged to you. It was put in the meat suit from the creator, but it's not your soul. And I always thought that too when it came to my kids. Even though I had kids and I called them my kids wasn't my kids. My kids are the creator's kids that I'm in charge of, but they weren't really my kids. Nobody owns anybody. So you don't own your soul and you don't own your kids. They just come through you because you're supposed to be taking care of them as a soul, from one soul to another. But your soul is not yours. So therefore, if your soul is not yours, you can't sell it to the devil. Now, the devil can make you think that you sold your soul to them, and now you have to do his bidding, but you absolutely don't. And even if it came down to you doing the devil's bidding or dying, I would pick dying any day of the week. So, because fuck the devil, right? So. Approximately 200 known impact craters on Earth. Yeah, that's where our mountains came from. It's where your mountains and your valleys came from. Is craters from meteorites. That's how the canyons were made. That's how mountains are made. I mean, think about it. If you have Earth and it's flat and you have this impact, it's going to drive all of that dirt, and now you have a mountain. So anything that dips with mountains, it's actually an impact. So it's actually where there's an old impact. Yep. Did you see that orb fly by just now? Did you guys see that orb? All right, Tamalina, we're getting off here anyway pretty soon, so. Rahu is a shadow planet. Are you talking about the red planet? Did you guys see that orb? That orb just zipped by my head. Yeah, it's 8:58 here. Nighttime. I'm watching the replay. Yeah, that's the north nodes. Rahu and Ketu. That's your north and south node. That's the dragon head and the dragon tail. I already know about that. Yep. The boogeyman? No, it's not a boogeyman. It's not no boogeyman. All right, so, are you guys done with discussing, or shall we move on? It's, like I said, it's going on 9 o'clock here, so I've been at this for almost 4 hours. You guys ready to skedaddle? Mother's Tricks Matrix. Can you explain Why, when I close my eyes, I see bursts of light, like the northern lights of fireworks going off, and it's so peaceful. Why is that? Now that I could not tell you. I couldn't tell you why you see that when you close your eyes, unless you're automatically seeing through the veil when you close your eyes. Like, your eyes are open and you see what's around you, but when your eyes are closed, your third eye's open. So you may be seeing through the veil, J-Man. You may be seeing through the veil. That's what I'm getting. Because remember, your third eye. You have your third eye, J-Man. You have your third eye, hon. Try to see the replay. That's a big orb. Can't find it. Okay. What does it mean when you see orbs? Is it a spirit around you? There's a spirit. Of course, I was a 5. Didn't you say that was the number you want to be? No? Great. Huh? Third eye. Someone said that to me when I told them. I think you're right. Thank you. Of course I'm right. Me? Be wrong? Why do a lot of orbs be around you a lot? It's because I'm channeling or we're talking about what we're talking about. Anytime you talk about spiritual stuff, you normally get orbs around you because you're open. You're an open channel and the energy is bigger and brighter. And when you shine in the spiritual realm, when you're open and you're channeling and you're getting the aura around you moving and you're channeling and your energy is going out, that's when you're going to see orbs. So, number 5 was a hard number to be. Yes, 5 is not an easy number. Yep. A sphere, a globe, a Christmas tree hung with brightly colored orbs. Okay. You can stop being weird now. I don't have a Christmas tree around me. You can see orbs going through the air. So, your chakras is not your aura. No. Your chakras is not your aura. Nope. You have an aura outside of you, and you have your chakras. And you have more than 7 chakras. You have more chakras up here that you don't see. I think you have 12 chakras. And maybe the ones up here are your aura. That could possibly be that these chakras are your aura. But I think that you could still put up, I think you can still omit a color that is not your aura. I mean, not your chakra. But you're supposed to have 12 chakras. 7 in here, and then more out here. Oh my God. How much for 30 minutes of sucky? Well, I don't know, Dragon Man. How much do you charge for 30 minutes of sucky? Dumbass. Oh, here's the trolls again. You guys hear that, puppy? That's little squeaks. All right. Is there any more questions from anybody? If not, let's close up shop. It is getting late. It's 9:06 with me. I don't know how it is with anybody else, but I am ready to dip. Are you guys ready to go? I don't know what that means. Okay, hello. All right. All right, everybody. I love you. I will see you later. Thank you for coming to the podcast. Yeah, I get you. So anyways, I love you all. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. And I will see you again. Remember, tomorrow is free tarot readings. Starts at 2. So if you're interested in getting a card reading for free, all right, it starts at 2. Other than that, I do love you all. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.